How's it going, everybody? I just wanted to make a short video about value. No, I'm watching the video, so who cares? I don't care if you like or whatever, but I want to show you. This is a violin that I'm actually going to do this because it's easier to show you. This is a violin I restored. It was made in Czechoslovakia in the Stradivarius style in 1786. When I got it, it was in quite bad disrepair, and I took it apart and I fixed it. Now, when I got it, I paid $300 for it from a violin maker. Now, he didn't think I was going to do much with it. It had some putty in the side of it, and the bottom was cracked. So I repaired the whole thing. Watched hours of videos and looked at a bunch of stuff, and I'm pretty handy, so it was easy enough to take apart and repair. But when I took it apart, I noticed the violin was incomplete. The top plate of the violin wasn't carved. So I spent hours and hours watching more videos and a bunch of stuff, and I carved with a Stanley knife and a chisel and sandpaper, and I got the top absolutely perfect and tuned it to what I believed to be a D. I'm pretty good with notes. I played the piano for many years, so I tapped it with my finger until I tuned it to D. Anyway, I fixed this violin apparently beyond what this violin maker could have believed possible for someone who'd never done it before. To me, it was just repairing some random bit of wood. But the point of value that I'm trying to make is the violin maker actually offered to buy this off me because he said he had just sold a violin worth more than $10,000 and mine sounded considerably better. So he offered to buy it, and I sort of laughed, and I'm like, there's no way, man. It's mine now. But we were talking about value. He goes, man, like what? Because I mentioned, that's right, I mentioned that I was going to take the violin apart again in the future and finish the repair because I believed that I could do like a far more meticulous job. And there were parts that were still damaged around the curved edges because the violin was made actually quite poorly, funnily enough. I restored it very, very well. But I realized that there is no amount of money that would have me part with this violin. Technically, as I am the one who completed it, I'm credited now as the one who made it. It's now a part of me. And as I learn on this instrument, it will become my voice to sing. Because listen to my voice, man. There's no way this voice is singing a beautiful tune of anything. It is not happening. But with a violin, if I learn to play, that violin becomes my voice, becomes a part of my being, this mouth and sound box that can sing this music, this language of music and feeling that I'm incapable of producing without it. Now, as I learn on this instrument, me and this instrument become familiar with each other, we will gain a resonance. It will feed off the energy and the willpower that I feed into it, and I will become more attuned to the sound, and together we will become a singular entity. This violin and the tools we use as humans become extensions of our own being. This is why we inadvertently have a habit of naming things, because like our pets, they become an extension of our will, a tool for us to achieve something unachievable with the evolutionary values we were applied within our being. We can't make the sound of a violin, but a violin can make it, and we can craft the violin. But my point is, as a part of yourself, just because it may somehow, this violin turned from $300 into the $2,000 I was offered for it, although I'm not in a fantastic financial position, and sure, the money might actually be great, money has no value to me over the value of meaning and understanding. For me, this violin that I have poured my heart and soul into, I learned information to bring back to a beautiful thing, is worth more to me than any amount of money. So I want everyone to consider this when you think about selling something or upgrading something that you really feel very strongly toward that doesn't specifically need to be upgraded. Because if that item means a lot to you, that meaning is in that instrument, is in that vehicle, that tool, that something. Not everything needs to be replaced so readily. Sometimes we can put a little more of ourselves into something and have it be a part of us for longer. Just something for everyone to consider. Like, imagine someone coming and offering to buy your arm. Your arm's your tool. It's a part of yourself. And then they said, oh, but I could like give you another arm that'd be just as good or better, and we'll just stick it on. But it's not your arm. No one's going to willingly have their arm, well, most people aren't willingly going to have their arms chopped off, even if a better option is available, because they're your arms. You're kind of used to them. Like, I don't know about you, but me and my fingers have been around for a long time. I don't want to be trading them out for anything. So the tools that we make as part of ourselves are similar to parts of our body. You're not going to cut your finger off and trade it. You're not going to cut your arm off or bits of your face. Like, yeah, just think about the meaning of things over the monetary value of them, because meaning goes with us when we pass. Money does not. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everyone.